everyone, welcome to my channel. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Nimisha and I'm currently working with Indigo Airlines. I've been working with this airline since 3 years now, and before joining this airline I used to work with Go Airlines, which is now known as Go First. I worked over there for 2 years and then I joined Indigo Airlines. So in total I have 5 years of experience in this job as a cabin crew. Yeah, so what we are going to talk about in this channel is about aviation, some of the departments. So I'm mostly going to talk about my department, which is cabin crew in flight services. And yes, let's start. I have been thinking of making videos and making this channel since a very long time, but then I thought, let me just get enough experience and let me know everything about this airline. And I should be having proper knowledge on this job and everything required for this job, and if this job is good or not, if I should be recommending people to do this job or not. So I now feel that I'm ready to make these videos. So I have got all the information that is required for a person to become a cabin crew, and I can guide you right. So all you need to do is go through my videos and then go for an interview and get selected if you really want to become a cabin crew. So in this video and all my videos in this channel, I'm going to be covering all the topics required for a person to become a cabin crew, and what is this job actually, what are you supposed to do, and everything needed for a cabin crew. So in this video, I'm going to cover the topics, the initial topics. For example, I'm going to tell you the eligibility. Okay. So I have made this channel specially for the people who want to become a cabin crew and are looking for the right information. So there's so many YouTube channels which are making lots of videos on cabin crew, and they're good videos as well, but then there's some videos which are giving extra information which is not required, and then people tend to get confused. So I have decided that I am going to give the right and just enough information for a person to become a cabin crew. It's very simple, but then you just have to understand what is important and what is not important. So I'm going to cover all the topics which are required for a person to get selected as a cabin crew in any of the airlines, whether it's international or it's domestic or any airline. Yeah, so I'm going to cover all the topics required. For example, I'm going to cover the eligibility criteria, which is the first and foremost thing that you need to know. Yes, so I'm going to cover the eligibility criteria, how you can apply. I'll tell you what you're not supposed to do, what you're supposed to do, everything I'm going to cover in my channel. So I am going to start with the first and foremost topic of ours, and that is eligibility criteria to become a cabin crew. These are the general eligibility criteria. Okay, so there are some airlines which have different criteria. So if you want to check the eligibility criteria for a particular airline, you need to open their original website and go and check over there if they have any additional criteria that they need. So these are going to be the general criteria. So if you have this much criteria, if you're eligible, you can go and look forward for any extra eligibility that a particular airline needs. So first of all, if you have these things, you can at least think of becoming a cabin crew. So the eligibility criteria goes like this. First of all, you need to be at least 18 years of age. That is very important. You cannot apply if you're under 18. So that is one criteria that you need. The second one is your education qualification. Your education qualification should be at least 10 plus 2. So 10 plus 2 is required, and there are some airlines which are also asking for graduation. So again, you have to go to their original website and check over there if they have such a criteria. The third thing is your height should be at least 155 centimeters for girls and at least 172 centimeters for boys. Again, airline to airline is different, so please don't forget to check the eligibility criteria in their original website first. Yes, and the other one is weight. Your weight should be according to your BMI. So you need to check your BMI. You can Google, and you can calculate your BMI. So BMI is calculated based on your height and your weight. So you can go on Google and you can search, and I'll just put up a link in the description box. So to calculate your BMI, it is based on your height and weight. So if you want to calculate, you can just go on Google. I'm just going to put a link on the description box. You can just click on the link and go and calculate your BMI. So your BMI should be within the range, and there should be no visible scars or tattoos. Visible as in visible in their uniform. So on your hands or your legs or your face, the visible parts of your body, there should be no any scars or any tattoos. So you need to make sure of that. Then you have to have a good personality. For that, it's not that you have to have good looks. That's not the main point. You have to be formally dressed, you have to be neat and clean, and you have to be presentable in front of the interviewers. That is what it means by good personality. So that is also required, and good communication skills. This is one of the most important criteria that any airline would need. So if you're applying for an Indian Airlines, Hindi is also required, which is also a very basic and important criteria. So Hindi and English, you should be fluent. Especially English is very, very important. So you have to be fluent in English whatever airline you're applying for. So communication skills is very, very important, because you are going to be communicating with lots of passengers and lots of people daily. So obviously that's going to be the most important criteria. Then you need a well updated CV. It has to have all your details. I'll tell you how to make a good CV. I'm going to make a separate video for that. So you can just go through that video and you'll come to know how to make a good CV. The other criteria is you need to have a high level of confidence. Guys, again, just like communication, this is a very, very important criteria. Confidence is required because you are going to be dealing with lots of people, and airlines are big companies. So you need to have confidence in you to join one of the big firms, right? So for that, again, if you have all the other criteria and you're good in your communication, you're good with your personality, you're good with everything, then confidence is going to come automatically in you. So you don't have to worry about that. And you have to have a positive attitude, because if you're joining such a big company and you're going to be, taking care of lots of passengers, handling so many people daily, you need to have a positive attitude in order to, handle everything. So that is also one of the criteria. And most importantly, my tips and tricks to crack an interview is the most important criteria. So go through all my videos and I'm sure you're going to get selected in your interview. Being a cabin crew is one of the best jobs a person can ever do. If you really like traveling and also getting paid for that, and you like knowing different types of cultures, you like knowing different types of people and all these things, if you're a fun-loving person, you should go into this job at least once in your lifetime. It's one of the best jobs. I feel so because I have been working in this industry since 5 years and I still want to go on and on because I really like this job. And once you do this job, you will not like the 9-to-5 jobs, because this job has got lots of perks. So what are you waiting for? Go and give your interview. That's it for this video. And in my next video, I'm going to cover the topics wherein people, make so many mistakes before joining the airline. So how you're supposed to apply, what you're supposed to do to join an airline as a cabin crew, and what you're not supposed to do that people are, making you do. So I'm going to give you all the information regarding the joining and the process, the online process, the offline process, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. Everything is going to be covered in my next video. So just wait for my next video. And if you like this video, please click on the like button. And this is my first video, so please subscribe the channel. I would like to know, please comment below if you like the video. And please share this video with your friends and family, and please subscribe the channel. Bye for now.